ever Diwali fireworks sales season. My name is Sion Rhodes. I am Press Secretary for Harris County Commissioner Lesley Briones. We will hear from the speakers in this order. Commissioner Lesley Briones. We will then hear from Sandhya Thakkar, followed by Dr. Karun Srirama, followed by Chief Lori Christensen of the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office, and then Commissioner Lesley Briones for closing remarks. We will open then for questions. Now, please help me welcome Harris County Precinct 4 Commissioner Lesley Briones.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Lesley Briones, and I'm grateful to serve as your Harris County Commissioner for Precinct 4. This Diwali will be extra special here in Harris County, thanks to the collaboration of the community with the government and with our wonderful first responders, led by our Harris County Fire Marshal, Chief Christensen, who we will hear from. I know we are all proud to live in one of the most diverse places in the nation. And it's not enough to be diverse. We must be the most inclusive place in the country. Diwali is a celebration that is celebrated by over 1 billion people worldwide. And here in Harris County, over 150,000 of our neighbors celebrate Diwali. Precinct 4 is home to the Gandhi District. Precinct 4 is one of the largest concentration of South Asians, not only in Texas, but in the country. So when the community reached out to my team and I, we listened, which I believe fundamentally is the role of government, to listen to the people it serves and serve them better. Light and fireworks are inherent in the very nature of Diwali. Diwali is a celebration of the triumph of good over evil, of light over darkness, and fireworks are used around the world in celebration. So the community reached out asking, is there a way here in Harris County we can be able to purchase fireworks for use during Diwali? Not only did they want to honor the cultural and religious celebration, but they also were concerned about safety. They could purchase fireworks during 4th of July, for instance, but then they had to store them at home for months, which is not the safest course of action. So from an inclusivity perspective, from a public safety perspective, we said we want to work with the community. And of course, we could not have done it without the leadership of our Chief Christensen and so many others of the first responders, fire departments, ESDs across the county. Because if we were going to do it, we wanted to make sure we're doing it as safely as possible and also in collaboration with local businesses to make sure they were partners at the table in promoting safety. So I am thrilled that we were able to pass here in Harris County the ability to purchase fireworks during Diwali, which I believe is a huge step forward to making Harris County even more inclusive. And I'm also proud that Harris County is leading, because since Harris County Commissioner's Court passed it, our neighbors in Fort Bend and Waller have followed suit. So now as a region, we are becoming more inclusive. And I also want to thank the state of Texas, because it was a law that they passed in 2023 that added Diwali to the list of holidays that could be potential dates on which folks could buy fireworks. So state of Texas opened the door, Harris County was blazing through it, and now we're bringing along other counties in the region. This is really important to me as a mom of 3 little girls who are growing up in Harris County, and they're growing up with such a rich tapestry of cultures. This is not only a win for our South Asian brothers and sisters, but this is a win for all of us, because together, the more we learn from each other, the more we allow each other to expand our thinking, the more united we become in celebrating the differences, the unique histories and cultures. I believe we all become enriched. And so I celebrate with our South Asian brothers and sisters, but I celebrate also for every person in Harris County who now together we are one step further along on this path of inclusivity. And I know that we will continue driving progress in unity with a spirit of inclusion that I believe is fundamental to the beauty and richness of Harris County. This is our superpower here in Harris County. And as always, everything is a both and for me. We will be honoring the burn ban, which we will hear more about. We will allow the sale of fireworks during Diwali, which begins tomorrow. And we will be united as a community to make sure that we are celebrating as safely as possible. So it is a both and in Harris County we can do hard things and we can do them with excellence. So I wish everybody a blessed, joyous Diwali this year and for many years to come. And know that we want Harris County to be the most inclusive place in the United States of America and across the globe. So please help me celebrate our community, the partnership. And we will next hear from one of our amazing partners, Sandhya Thakar. Would you please join us?
Thank you so much, Commissioner, for inviting me to speak here. I am representing Masala Radio, a Indian Bollywood radio station that's been here in serving Harris County, Fort Bend County, and the area since 1993. We're on 98.7 FM, and we have been, ever since this announcement was made, I was at the actual court where the I don't know if you call it a law, but wherever the permission was given to sell fireworks, I was present there. And on behalf of the community, I have been surveying all the community organizations, our radio audience, about feedback from this, and everyone is super excited, super thankful. Fireworks has been a part of the celebration of Diwali in our country for the past 500 years of record that we actually see, but it dates from the old Vedic times. And it's a celebration of good over evil, of conquering Lord Ram over Ravan, a demon. So it dates back to old times, and people celebrate this occasion with fireworks. They're so happy that they can safely purchase them now in the season, right as the Diwali season is taking place. It starts on October 29th, runs through November 3rd, 5-day celebration, and the community has been reaching out, thanking us, thanking people like George Morrison of Top Dog Fireworks, who spearheaded this initiative to start it in Harris County. And I live personally in Fort Bend County, so I'm thankful that they also passed this resolution, and so that that's a concentration of, Commissioner Briones mentioned 150,000 in Harris County. I think there's another 150,000 in Fort Bend County, maybe 300,000 Indian residents, and they are so happy to be able to celebrate Diwali. We have been speaking on our radio about safety, about things like dousing the fireworks after you use them in water, don't throw them in your trash bags where it can incite overnight, talking about using it in wet, grassy areas where no other objects are in the way. So we've been mentioning this throughout the week, and people are just super, especially the kids, parents, calling in saying that we grew up celebrating as children with handheld fireworks, sparklers, the noisy things, and that memory is with us, and now we can finally pass it on to our children in a allowed space. So thank you for including us in celebrations, and I would like to pass it over to Dr. Karun Srirama.
Thank you, Ms. Tucker. And before I say anything, Commissioner, you have shown the world what leadership actually means. By doing this, you have actually not only created an inclusive Harris County, like you said, this actually propagates to across the other parts of the state, and hopefully soon across the other parts of the country. And on that note of inclusivity, let me tell you, I was just walking in and I said, let me Google. There are actually 22 countries that celebrate Diwali as a festival. And our neighbors on the north, Canada does, Europe, several countries in Europe do, the Caribbean, they actually celebrate Diwali in a pretty big way. So it's the people, not just the South Asians, but it's the population that is in Harris County from all these other 22 countries also celebrate. And so you have done not just the 150,000 people in Harris County, but a greater population than that. I don't know what the statistics are, but on behalf of all of them, Commissioner, thank you very much. Thank you. That is a great show of leadership. And you already mentioned about the inclusivity. We talked about it. You also mentioned that this is actually a safer way. It actually is, because for the last 36 years I've been in Harris County, I've been kind of going unsafely over to the surrounding counties, buying the fireworks, bring them in, store them, and light them on Diwali day. And this definitely makes it a lot safer. There's also one more thing. You made Harris County richer also, because now instead of spending my money in Brazoria, Galveston, or Fort Bend counties, I'm actually going to spend my money in Harris County. So that helps. So with all this, it's literally a win-win, and you have paved the path for a lot more that will come along with this act of inclusivity, along with this prosperous thing. And on that note, I'll say Happy Diwali to everybody. Thank you very much, Commissioner.
Hi, I'm Lori Christensen, Harris County Fire Marshal. I want to thank the Commissioner and the community for really bringing a lot of us together that haven't talked in a long time. Not only are we talking to our fire departments, our fire marshals, our community members, even in our other counties, but we're working a lot closer with our fireworks vendors. We're going to give you the same safety message we give during the other seasons, New Year's and 4th of July. They mentioned dousing, and I'm thanking you for bringing that up on your news channels. We should always, after we use fireworks, have a bucket of water or a water hose, douse those fireworks. What we tell people is make sure when you put them in a trash or you put them in something, do not bring it back into your garage. Do not bring it back close to the home. One of the things that I will say is this. We want to have a safe season, and remember, fireworks can be used throughout the year based on the law, but you want to use them safely, not within 100 feet of a daycare or a school. You want to make sure you're following the same rules you follow the other seasons. And what we're doing is we actually have created, just like we do with the other seasons, we've created a special card, and working with the vendors, what I'm really excited about, thank you, the vendors are actually displaying these in their stores and on their stands, and so that's that partnership that I think this actually has brought us closer together for all fireworks safety, not only in Harris County, but throughout the Texas. I'm talking to fireworks vendors in other parts of the state. I'm talking to other fire marshals, and they're like, hey, how are y'all doing that? So I really want to thank our community for standing up, being first to let this happen. We are in a burn ban, but I will tell you the fire departments throughout unincorporated Harris County, our ESDs, our cities, we're all working together. If there are events, they're doing standbys, they're doing a few extra things to help, because we would do that at any time somebody wanted to have an event that involved anything such as fireworks or, even any other type of celebration. So thank you again for being here. I will leave these, and I encourage you, please go to our website at www.hcfmo.net. We have a list of fireworks information that you can put on there. And I do want to remind everybody, if you live in an incorporated city, do remember you cannot use fireworks within your city jurisdiction, only in the unincorporated county. Thank you. So Commissioner was just asking, and that's a great point. So because we're under a burn ban, there are certain types of fireworks that cannot be sold. And those are missiles and anything that goes high up in the air. Okay, so you won't see those. What you're going to see is you're going to see your low fireworks. You are going to see sparklers. Now, one of the things we worry about with sparklers, and I know the community, we've been talking about it a lot, but we see it during every season. Sparklers burn 6 times hotter than boiling water. So even if you're an adult or a child, make sure you're using those and holding those out. You don't want it near any of your clothing. You don't want it near any other property that you may have in the nearby area. Again, if it's a child, please, as an adult, hold that child's hand. Let's make sure they're not the only ones holding those sparklers. But otherwise, I will tell you, that being under a burn ban is something we're very common with in our community. Y'all know this is that time of year, and today the KBDI is 756, and what that is, that's a drought condition. It goes from 0 to 800, and it's how they rate what is the drought, how much rain have we gotten. But throughout the state of Texas, we're seeing that. So it's not just here in Harris County, but we're taking those measures to make sure under that burn ban, again, our fire departments, our law enforcement, our EMS, we're all working very closely together. And we're here to educate you. I think that's the main thing we need to do, is educate people on the use of fireworks. Because again, I said they could be used year-round. It's not just during this season. When I found out they were storing them at home, I had no idea. I feel safer now that we're not having storage in homes and in communities that we're storing those. So this is safety throughout. If you're going to use fireworks at another time of the year, use this same messaging. You can use the same QR code. You can take the same information. Thank you.
So Harris County is beyond blessed to have the best fire marshal, not only in Texas, but in the United States. Chief Christensen is a leader in this region, across the state, and across the country, and is involved in so many different groups, and she's an expert that folks reach out to from across the country. So I'm grateful that I have the honor of working alongside you and learning from you, and thank you for everything you and your team do to keep us safe. So thank you to your team as well as all of our first responders and fire departments across the region. And I also want to thank my team again, because all of the community feedback that we were receiving, as well as feedback from businesses, our team was listening intently and holding convenings so that we could hear all sides of an issue, talking to school districts, talking to different fire leaders in our ESD, really trying to have a robust discussion so that we could come together as a community with the best outcome. And I especially want to thank Dr. Samia Rana, who led the effort for Precinct 4. She's amazing. And I also want to thank the leadership, because we took this to Commissioner's Court, and thanks to my colleagues' support. So I want to thank Commissioner Garcia from Precinct 2, Commissioner Ellis from Precinct 1, and Commissioner Ramsey from Precinct 3, who voted alongside me to be able to pass this initiative. So again, thank you to everyone involved. I hope everyone in the community knows that Harris County is here to listen, to learn, and to better serve you. And this is one example of when the community comes, this is good government, right? And we are proud that now in Harris County, you can purchase fireworks during the Diwali season. We wish everyone a safe, joyful Diwali, and together we will make sure that Harris County is not only the most diverse, but the most inclusive place in Texas and in the United States of America. So onward in unity and in safety. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. At this time, we'll open the floor for questions. Seeing none from our friends at KHOU, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Oh, who, where? Oh, that's a photographer. Right there.